Hey guys, I'm JSH and welcome back to today's video. I'm so excited to hang out with you guys today. If you're new here, definitely comment down below your new so my subscriber squad and notification squad can give you a nice warm welcome. And that brings me to notification squad shoutouts. So today's notification squad shoutouts go to Queen DIY, the Lopez sisters, Emily, and also to Hannah. And I know every YouTuber tells you this, but please subscribe. It will honestly just benefit you, and I will give you a lot of surprises, I promise. But enough of my intro, let's get on with the video. So today I will be testing out some dish soap slimes. So I bought a bunch of different dish soaps. I think I bought every different type of dish soap they had at the store. So I bought so many different brands, and hopefully you guys have one of these types of dish soaps at home so you guys can see what method of making soap slime works for your dish soap so that you can make slime with your soap that you have at home. I'm going to start this video off by trying a one ingredient slime. So I have this dish soap I got from a company called Gain. I just bought this at my local Target and I added some to my bowl. Now all you have to do for this recipe is mix it a ton so that you get air bubbles and then add it to the refrigerator. I have tried this recipe and it works, but it doesn't work with all soaps. It has to be a really thick soap. So we will see if this works. I will check on it in a minute. Now, while that one ingredient slime is in the refrigerator, I thought we should make another soap slime. So I used this one from Myers, and this was a dish soap. All I did is mix it up a little bit because you guys always tell me to mix it up before you add the salt because it gets air bubbles. And then I started adding in some salt. This time I used sea salt instead. I don't know if it made a difference, but it definitely, when I started mixing it, made really good slime. So I would definitely recommend this recipe. Now, I really quickly wanted to say something. In this video, I found two amazing slime recipes that you guys have never seen before, and they made the best slime ever. So definitely watch this video through so that you guys can see that. I started mixing and it was getting a little bit sticky, so what I decided to do is take it out of the bowl and start kneading it and mixing it. One tip I have for you guys is don't give up on your soap slimes because a lot of you guys tell me that you don't mix them for too long and then they don't make slime. But all I can say is if you keep mixing, they will definitely make slime. So once I took this one out of the refrigerator, the one ingredient slime, it was still soap. So this one was a fail, but I will be turning this soap into a slime in a little bit, and I will tell you guys I made the most amazing slime ever. So for the next one, I'm going to be using the Dawn dish soap. So I added some to my bowl, and this is my secret recipe. All you guys need is something called cream of tartar. It's like this powder that they use for making Jello, I'm pretty sure. So you just want to put some on the soap, and you guys, this is the most amazing recipe ever, and I created this, so I hope you guys like this recipe. So sprinkle some on. You don't mix the cream of tartar in, you put it in the refrigerator after you have it on. So I put it in the refrigerator for an hour, maybe a little more, maybe a little less, and it made like this jelly slime, and it was so good, and it wasn't too sticky at all, actually. It was really stretchy, and it made perfect crystal clear slime. So this recipe is probably my all-time favorite no glue slime. So the next type of dish soap I will be using is the ivory soap. You guys have asked me so many times to use this one, so I definitely wanted to give it a try. I did like the clear slime, but I wanted it to be actually pink, so I added a little bit of pink food coloring. And this recipe is a different recipe that I haven't tested, I don't think, ever. But you guys did recommend me testing it, so I will be doing that. All you have to do is add a little bit of salt to your soap and then take some baking soda and sprinkle it on and then put it in the refrigerator. So I'm going to be doing that. Now I did notice after I added the baking soda, it didn't really make slime. So we'll see what happens after we put it in the refrigerator for 3 hours. So after it came out of the refrigerator for 3 hours, it looked really murky and it wasn't really clear anymore. But it definitely did make slime. So thank you guys so much for recommending this recipe to me, and I would recommend it to you guys also if you have not tried this one out before. I wanted to see if it cleared up because I was not a fan of the murky color. So I added it to a container and I left it for a night. So I put a lid on it and I just left it, and we will see what happens tomorrow. The day later, it was still the same exact murky color. So I guess what I do know is that you can't make soap slimes clear up. Because the first green Gain soap slime didn't work, I wanted to test out the cream of tartar on this one and see if it works. So I just added a little bit of cream of tartar and I added it into the refrigerator for an hour. And I did take it out to find that it did make slime. So I would definitely, again, you guys, totally recommend using the cream of tartar soap slime because it works so great and it always impresses me so much. You guys, do you see this? It looks like normal slime. So this is the last dish soap slime recipe we'll be testing out, and I will be using the 7th generation. You guys recommended me using this recipe on Instagram, and I did want to say if you are not following me on Instagram, go do that right now. I have 2 accounts. One is called jsh.diy, and the other one's called JSH Slime. So I added a little bit of blue food coloring to the soap, and then I added some salt to see if the 7th generation soap worked and made slime. Now, you guys told me on Instagram it worked just like the Suave Kids soap and the coconut shampoo, so I was definitely excited to see that it worked, but it was a little bit sticky, so I did use the sea salt again, you guys, so it didn't really work, but I put it in the refrigerator, and when it came out, it made jiggly slime. Like, I don't even know if you guys told me it made jiggly slime. I might have forgotten, but it made, like, jiggly slime. Like, the slime was jiggly, and I don't know how that's possible, but this was a super cool recipe. And thank you so much for watching this video. Bye, guys. Thanks for hanging out. See you tomorrow.